Jerusalem is still the capital of Israel and must remain an undivided city accessible to all.
As soon as I take office, I will begin the process of moving the United States ambassador to the city of Israel as chosen as its capital.
I continue to say that Jerusalem will be the capital of Israel, and I have said that before, and I will say it again.
And Jerusalem will remain the capital of Israel.
Welcome to the Valentine Show, guys. As I say every week, if you're watching this with your eyes, if you're hearing this with your ear, you, my friend, are blessed. Feel great. We're alive. We're breathing air. Our lungs are working. We got our fingers. We got our hair. We got our, what are these? We have our chest. Yes, we have our chest. We have our belly. We have everything. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me one more week, one more time, guys. Interesting, controversial topic, but I'm going to try to explain it as simple as I can. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, as you guys know, this week that passed, the beloved President Donald Trump declared that he just made a statement. It's not that he's naming two different things, guys. He declared, or he's acknowledging, that's the word. He's acknowledging that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel. The world is on fire because Donald Trump said it. Let's go back a couple months and let's go back a couple years to see if this is something that's coming at Donald Trump, or this is something that the United States as a country wants. Jerusalem Act of 1995. Here we go. This declared two very important things happened out of this act passed by Congress. This did two things, which was said that they are going to move the Embassy of the United States from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And number two, it was going to declare Jerusalem the capital of Israel. This happened in 1995, Valentine. What are you talking about? We in 2017. Yes. What happens is that every year, every 6 months, each president, including Bill Clinton, President Bush, and your beloved, number two, Obama, every 6 months, they sign an extension as to delay this law. Why? My opinion, scared. Whatever reason it was, they decided every 6 months, they decided to move it forward another 6 months. So nobody ever implemented, including Donald Trump. He did it once. He did it once this year. He also signed the extension 6 months. He did not move the embassy. But one thing is for sure. So he declared that, right? Now, this year, June, 90 U.S. senators, including Trump hater, Trump whatever you want to call him, Charles Schumer, Democrat Charles Schumer, 90-0 unanimously signed again a commemorative act recognizing the 50 years that Israel took the city of Jerusalem, and again reinstating or bringing back to light again the Jerusalem Embassy Act of 1995. This happened in this year. So this has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Now, a couple of days ago, Donald Trump decided to honor his campaign promise that he said that he was going to move the Jerusalem, the embassy to Jerusalem. So Donald Trump, call him crazy, call him dumb. One thing you can call him is scared. Listen to this. In 1918, the British, okay, I'm going to cover five proposals that Israel has made to Palestine for their state, which they should have by now, for their own state, but they don't want a state. They want it all. 5 proposals I'm going to make to you showing that Israel has been more than willing to give the Palestine people their own state, but they don't want it because they just want to destroy Israel. They don't want Israel in that area. That is their land. Even though Israel has been there for 3 millennia, there has always been Jewish descendants in Jerusalem for 3 millennia, guys. Millennia. Listen to this, guys. 1918, the British Empire, after the fall of the Ottoman Empire in World War I, took control over the area commonly known as Palestine. They took over that area. 17 years later, the Arabs rebelled against their Jewish neighbors and against the British control, the British mandate that was in that area, right? So this is what happened. The British, they commissioned they set up a commission called the Peel Commission, which was to investigate why the Arabs were rebelling against the British. The Peel Commission came up with this. The reason that the Arabs were rebelling against the Jews and the British is because they wanted their land, right? They wanted a land that was also the Jewish were battling over the same land. The Peel Commission said that the solution to this problem is to a two-state proposal, one for the Palestinians, one for the Jewish. Okay, so the Peel Commission offered the Palestinians and the Jewish this. Look, they offered, listen to this, guys. This is incredible. 80% of the land they offered to the Palestinian and 20% of the land to the Israelites. The Israelites accepted the deal. But the Palestinians, they didn't want it. They didn't want 80% of the deal. What I'm guessing is that they wanted the whole thing. They wanted the whole pie. They wanted 100%. So they rejected that deal. Rejection number one. Number two, in 1947, the British mandate or the British control of that area was coming to a close, which was going to be the next year. So they asked the United Nations to figure out a solution. And just like the Peel Commission of before, the United Nations also said that the only solution was a two-state proposal. We're going to separate these two brothers. We're going to put them on each side, and we're going to make sure that they do their own thing, but in two states. Again, they proposed a solution, a two-state solution to the Palestine people. The Jewish accepted the solution, but the Palestine people rejected the solution. Rejection number two. Rejection number three, 1967, the famous 6-Day War. This is what was going on. Israel they were doing their thing. Egypt mobilized its troops to the border of Israel. And the other two countries, Syria and Jordan, they mobilized troops along the other border of Israel. Israel sees what's going on, that they're being surrounded by everywhere. So what does Israel do? Well, I'm going to tell you this. If I see they coming up against me, I might attack first, right? And that's exactly what Israel did. They launched a preemptive attack because they were facing destruction. They had the Egyptian troops being lined up on one side on one border. You have the Syrian troops and the Jordanian troops on one side. So what do you do as Israel? They launch a preemptive attack. They attacked, and guess what? They won the war. Little Israel won the war. After they won the war, they actually captured some land with this. But Israel wasn't really interested in the land. They were really interested in peace. They was gonna give back the Gaza Strip, which they captured, to Egypt, and the West Bank, they were gonna give it back to Jordan. These two proposals never got anywhere. And that's when, a couple of months later, the Arab League, they got together in Sudan and they issued their infamous 3 no's, which was no peace for Israel, no recognizing Israel as a country, and number 3, no negotiations with Israel. What do you do? What do you do? That is my question to you. You're Israel. What do you do? You're talking to people that you have offered 3 times offers to them. They don't want to hear that. Number 4, in 2000, the United States has been always like the referee in between these two cousins, right? The referee in between these two people. Bill Clinton brought here Yasser Arafat, Palestinian leader, and Ehud Barak, Israel Prime Minister. Ehud Barak offered the Gaza Strip, 94% of the West Bank, and East Jerusalem as the capital of the new Palestine. Yasser Arafat, they were offering him all this for his people to develop his country, said no to the offer. In the words of Bill Clinton, Yasser Arafat was here 14 days and he said no to everything. Yasser Arafat didn't want it. That's rejection number 4, guys. Rejection number 5. In 2008, Israel tried again. Ehud Omar offered the same deal that Ehud Barak offered, plus more land to the new Palestinian leader Mahmoud Abbas. And Mahmoud Abbas, just like his predecessor, says no. 5 rejected offers. Palestine don't want a country. But listen to this. In between these 2 offers, I think it was around 2005, Israel gives the Gaza Strip to Palestine. Israel had developed that area into a flower producing. They had greenhouses there set up for flower production. What does Palestine, though. They converted it into a terrorist base. They tear down the greenhouses, and they start doing this from the Gaza Strip. So instead of rebuilding their land, we have something positive. Now let's attack Israel again. Instead of getting peace, we're gonna attack pizzerias. Now we're gonna attack buses. Now we're gonna attack wedding halls. You're Israel, right? Now we're gonna send suicide bombers. You're Israel, right? How do you deal with a situation like that? Did you just take it like this and let while your kids are being murdered in the street? Listen, whatever happens after Donald Trump did this and actually had the courage enough to do this, the blood is going to be on the Palestine people. If the Palestine people want to go against the Israelite people, like they shown to have, their blood is going to be on them. They don't have to protest, people. If they're going to die, you don't have to protest if you're going to die. If you protest and you die, sadly, that's on you. Peace talks and offering them land does not work and hasn't worked. So hopefully, and maybe, the declaration of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel will finally solidify that part belongs to Israel, and let Palestine try to take it out their head and say, yo, let's forget about this war and let's build our country up. I hope that's what happens. Look what it says in the book of Psalms 122, verse 6. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure. May there be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. For the sake of my brothers and my friends, I will pray, peace be within you. For the sake of the house of the Lord, our God, I will seek your prosperity. Peace for Jerusalem. Nobody wants war. Nobody's trying to start a war, but come on, you have to see the reality of things, guys. But this show ain't done yet. Let's go with Touristeando, guys. Don't thank me now. Don't thank me later. Just enjoy what I'm about to show you guys. Guys, remember, if you guys are not part of the Valentine experience, please subscribe. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube, obviously. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me. That's about it. Guys, remember God, family, country. Enjoy your weekends. Don't go too crazy. Christmas is here. Let me see your Christmas trees, guys. I put a video on where was it? On Instagram about the Christmas tree that I have. Find it there. It's also on Facebook. Find it there. Post up your Christmas tree. Let me see what you have, guys. Enjoy the video. God, family, country. Me, Valentine. I am out.
Being viciously attacked with lies and smears. I think it's a disgrace. And I say that, and I say that. They're making me out to be a very mean, bad kind of a guy. And that's not me. What the hell is going on? They're sneaky, dirty rats. Really not a bad person, by the way. The American dream is dead. We're dying, we're dying. I never said I'm a perfect person, nor pretended to be someone that I'm not. Anyone who knows me knows these words don't reflect who I am. The media is so dishonest and so corrupt, and the pile-on is so amazing. The whole thing is one big fix. One big fix. It's one big ugly lie. It's one big fix. The press can't write the kind of things they write, which are lies, lies, lies. Stories of fabrications and false. They write lies, they write false stories. They know they're false, it makes no difference. And frankly, our country is tone is such hatred. I've been thin-skinned from day one. The tone is such hatred. I don't have thin skin, I have very strong, very thick skin. And I don't call it thin-skinned, I'm angry. I'm very angry. What do you have to lose by trying, Trump? What do you have to lose? Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have